Our power, one Uganda, one people. That is the Uganda we want. Buno bubaka obugeri abakulembeze mwenna abalonde enganze. Buli omu oli manya nti oli ku komandi ko olujegere. Tutagane mu mukono tuluka akajegere kibegabega ku kibegabega tutaayize buli omu oli taayiza butaayiza. Tuleme kulinda kansala omu yeeri omuguju ngono gwe nalaba ebulagga amala okwewenyula banne. Lwaki mulinda kansala omu okumala okwewenyula ki abalala? Wano mu Kampala basebo ne banyawo olwo tuzze buzi wano mulabye ekibadde wano mu kibuga. Mwenna mulaba kye bakola aba boda boda. Temulosa n'omusango. Ebyo ebikwekweto byemulaba banojjola ba boda boda amazeewo abaana ba boda boda babanojjola lwakuba balwanyisa dikiteeta tebabakwata lwakuba balina omusango. Tulwanye ku nsonga ya kubinnya wano bagenda ne babyogerako n'owulira omuntu n'ogamba ono mujega yakulirawa Lukwago mukoze ekikubinnya ku nguudo n'ogamba wulire ekisiraane kino mu nsonyi okwogera bweki twatamanyi twatuuka mu kanso sipiika ali wana n'akubulira n'okubulira kansala omu muzzukulu wa mini n'okugjayo akakumbi akabasi n'agamba ngenda kutema omuntu wano olwaleero ne tulwana nga buli mita bakitaddeko buwumbi 14 ne tutwala petition wa Honorable Ssenyonyoyo ne bajja Parliament pronounce itself on the matter negamba nti bannange ezo sente nyingi ne tutandika okuguluba n'abasajja kati ennaku ezo twabasuuzizaayo obuwumbi 2,500 ku sente za African Development Bank. Oluvannyuma Parliament lweyamala okulagira nti tuddemu twevaluatinge ne bajja nga baseka amajemuluku waliwo nno obuwumbi 2,500 ze twasudde ezabadde zeeyongera muziri nti mwabadde muzikukulidde wa tezaazaalibwa buzaalibwa. Kakati ebyo byonna naye ebyo byonna sinza bimalayo titutayiza wano obasuuza kino bakwata kino mbakulira kati waliwo obuwumbi 2,307 bwe batwala twatwala ensonga eyo Honorable Ssenyonyoyo era negenda ku floor ya Parliament negamba eryo ettaka lya Bosco Mwongere mugamba eka 10 million dollar 10 bwe buwumbi 307 temuzikwatako eyo biyimirire kati bakukuta ezo sigenda genda minu wero bakuba abatembeeyi baleese abeesefusi bakuba abatembeeyi mbu abeesefusi simanya bwe bakola enguudo abeesefusi bakuba abantu nti bagenda ku byannaamu bamenya abantu mu kasokoso bakuba buli kiramu. So buvunaanyizibwa bwali munnayuganda toyinza kuvaayo n'ogamba nti obwo buvunaanyizibwa bwa Lukwago ng'omu buvunaanyizibwa bwa Besigye obadde oba Bobi Wine obaani buvunaanyizibwa bwa buli omu tubakunge buli omu asitukiremu kubanga tajja kubeera Honorable Bobi Wine ontagina kutambula Uganda alina obajjera omuntu ono obaani buli omu waali tumukunge akole omulimu ogwo. Bakansala n'abakulembeze abalondeze kyembasaba nga mmaliriza tugenda mu nnaku nkulu okusinga eno waggulu tukukoze bino byonna Bati Valley tubirwanyisiza bino byonna ebyenguudo tulwanye byani kati ekisigadde kukka mu bantu bwe tuva mu nnaku enkulu eza Christmas bwe tuva mu Christmas ne mu lusooka tugende mu Christmas abantu baleke bagende basabe tubaleke bagende basabe oluva mu Christmas n'olusooka January tumutandike nakukirira manyi waliwo bisomooza abamu batulimye empindu ku mabega ne batukonjera ne bateekako ebijweteke bamafiya naye temulina kyakukola tetulina solution tukirire ku ground. Oluvannyuma 31 olulumala Abitex batugambye oli wano wategese enkuuka oluggwa naguliddeyo ne tiketi naziwadde abe wakiseka tujja genda tuzigabe naye olugaba lumala okugaba oluva mu nkuuka tukirire ground. Ate ekisemberayo ddala ffenna olwaleero luleme kuba nti tuzze wano okusaba ng'abakulembeze naye kibe nti tuleme kulabikako bulabisi mu kamera nti tuli wamu nti lwalumu lwaleero oba nkya oba ddi tuluka akajegere nga bwe tukaluse jenero omuntu omukono ogwa ddyo gukwataganye n'ogwa President Kyagulanyi Dr. Besigye naye ali awo Winikiza ali awo Lono ali wano Wafula Ogutu ali awo nange tuluka akalege namwe buli omu waali tuluka tuyina differences ebyobufuzi naye gano akaseera sikakuvuganya mukala nti ono wakale eno ono wakale eno wakale eri tumanye ebibiina byaffe tulina mu retrogressive forces ne progressive forces. on behalf of the progressive forces in the FDC, I hereby commit all of them. Those who are here and those who are not here, we are going to rally in a single file with the group, with the anti, with the CP, with the UPC, until the dictator is away. One Uganda, one people. The principal who is our host here and all other principals of different entities assembled here in your various capacities, I salute you all and all of you. We have listened to the harrowing stories of the victims of torture, enforced disappearance, the extrajudicial killings, and all that kind of inhuman and degrading or cruel treatment. But I also speak with a heavy heart. You cannot get a remedy from our criminal justice system. It's so pathetic, it pains. We have tried all possible ways. You can imagine the outcry here, the outpouring of emotions. There is no help. Article 44 of the Constitution makes the right to habeas corpus sacrosanct, non-derogable. In other words, it has no deviation whatsoever. It has no exception, but it has been rendered useless. So today, we will be going into the High Court to get habeas corpus to compel those who have the disappearance of our brothers, of the loved ones of these people who are here crying out. But all that will be in vain. Can you get a remedy from Owendo right now? You all know the outcome of the election petitions that have been filed by Dr. Kiza Besigye, and the most recent one of the Honorable Chairman, the President, and also a couple of other petitions that were pursued. At one point when Dr. Besigye's case, and I got so much disillusion, when the World Constitutional Court made a pronouncement that Dr. Besigye should seek remedy from his own courts, which administered the presidential oath he took in 2016. Can you imagine how a joke it can get far? Playing with the people's rights. Right now, you can't get a remedy from these courts. We have even attempted to prosecute individual perpetrators. General Kaihura, we prosecuted him for the atrocities that they have committed. It was only recently when court said you can still go ahead. And there are also machinations going on right now to prohibit private prosecutions. Because right now, under the law, we have a right to prosecute those individual perpetrators. Even the Anti-Torture Act of 2012, it talks about individual responsibility, even the command responsibility. But all these laws are now in abeyance and they can't help. So you hear these lamentations, the outcry, the sentiments, the emotions, and all our hands are tied. We are helpless. So it's very, very unfortunate. Now what is it that we need to do? Of course, the problem is fairly known to all of us. The crisis we are contending with us is well known to us. I don't need to repeat the same. I want to speak about the solutions. In my opinion and understanding, we are left with only two options. Only two. And we need to hew these options. We need to keep hammering those particular options. Number one, seek remedies from international criminal justice systems. We can try that. We have been there before. We have also encountered challenges there. In 2018, I will tell you, we filed a petition at the ICJ, International Criminal Court, ICC, led by Dr. Kiza. We gathered evidence here. This show here, my brother has been talking about atrocities in the Kasese, the Mukula atrocities, the November 2018. You know the atrocities, November 2020, but also the Uganda massacres here, and so on and so forth. We took the petition to the to the International Criminal Court. Unfortunately, up to now it has not been prosecuted. But all the acts we are talking about, torture, abductions, enforced disappearance, extrajudicial killings, they are all indictable at the ICC. They are all crimes against humanity under Article 5 of the Rome Statute, which established the ICC. The Honorable Gwini Chiza here, as leaders from Kasese, He also took a petition to the ICC. Again, it was kept in abeyance. But my call to all of us, let's not give up. Let's keep trying. We give it another try. Collectively this time, all of us, not in isolated pockets that we go individually, individual entities. We can do it once and for all and say, let's try it. And bring it force to bear on the ICC and assure them they have to intervene. Of course, there are other avenues. The Human and People's Rights Court under the charter, the AU Charter, the East African Court of Justice. But I'm emphasizing the ICC. We can take a collective petition there as all Ugandans, regardless of our differences in the shades of political opinion. I think that way we can bring force to bear. Of course, you have seen individual acts taken by the international community, imposing sanctions on some of these individuals, invoking the Global Magnitsky Act like the US has done. The most recent victim of this, Andrew Bashaija, is called Andrew Bashaija, the Commissioner of Prisons. He has also been sanctioned. A couple of them have been sanctioned, but now they are used for these sanctions. All we need now to have them prosecuted, like Ongwen was prosecuted, Konyo was prosecuted, Tom Rubanga was this man of DRC, they were prosecuted, Bashir was indicted, and a couple of others can still be indicted. Let's give it another try. That is one option. The second option, as I conclude, the second option lies in Article 3 of the Constitution. Article 3, that is the second option. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak with a lot of dismay and frustration. Ugandans have not appreciated the importance of Article 3. It's a command. At times people say you have a right to challenge the status quo. No, it's not just a mere right. It's a constitutional command. You look at the way it is coached. Every able-bodied Ugandan of majority age, you are duty bound to rise to the occasion in a situation where there are unconstitutional tendencies. Whether you are political activist, whether you are what, it's a command to the church, to the clerics, to the religious leaders, to the civil society, to the political actors, even to the peasants who are deep down there in the villages digging. It is their obligation. It's a command under the Constitution. I feel with a lot again of frustration when I hear voices coming out. When you cannot write, when one or two reasons you are not at the forefront, they say, hey, Gundi, ngato cha Arabika. How about you? You get it? Because Article 3 commands all of us equally once you are 18 and above. That is a command. And it goes ahead in clause 5 to say, once you invoke those powers under Article 5, under Article 3, you commit no crime. It's the reason they attempted to prosecute Dr. Besigye when he took oath. So we took oath. I took oath as his deputy president. And no, they could not prosecute us even when we have been prosecuted. They cannot secure convictions and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to invoke Article 3. I don't need to elaborate it further because of time. Ekisembayo